Hello, this is Alan. My topic is cyberviolence, also called cyberbully. In this video, I will introduce what is it and why it must be restricted. We are all connected by the internet, like neurons in a giant brain, said Stephen Hawking. While as the level of technology grows, more and more people take part in the internet. It has become an important part in our lives. But as the numbers of online users grows, some issues began to appear on the internet. I choose the topic because the internet is so close to us and the issues are so serious. One of the biggest issues on the internet is cyberviolence. Then what is it? It may be all forms of abuses that can be happened online. It can be inciting others to succeed, can be multiple people attack on public figures, can be abuses words on a specified group, and it can be the reasonable nature of school bullying while it's taking place online. These abuses are as serious as the abuses on the real life. They absolutely violated the basic rights of the victims, while mostly the assaulters won't get the punishment they deserve. Even though all these things happen in the cyber world, the impact of the violence is out of the cyber world and affected people's real lives. The situation should be ameliorated and people should be responsible for what they said online. Cyberbullying is never negligible. It takes huge damage on the victims, especially the mental damage, even cause them to suicide. Some cases of the tragedies explain it. Ellie Thoroughbridge was targeted by CyberBully on the age of 9, and she decided to suicide on the age of 16. Her schoolmates were inciting her to self-harm, and she even believed that if it is what people want, she would rather to do so. And Mallory Grossman, a cheerleader girl, taunted by her classmates by taking pictures and posting online with an offensive remark, like, "When will you go die?" Her mother did report the situation, but it was too late. She suicided at the age of 12 under the pressure of cyberbullying. It is horrible, and it must be restricted. The next part is my proposal. Children must be protected from cyberbullying. The most vulnerable victims of cyberbullying are children. They are too young to judge the validity of information and actions, and they hardly use efficient ways to get themselves out of trouble. A research indicates that nearly 16% of children will not tell their parents if they are involved in cyberbullying. And the parents are also hard to notice that because there are no physical bruises on their children, and the attackers were not here. But the damage to the children is huge. In some of the cases, the children victim even decided to suicide, like the examples before. Parents must safeguard their children from it. First, they need to understand what is cyberviolence and how does it happen. Pay attention on abnormal behaviors of their children, such as behaving sadly, becoming too quiet, and avoiding to go online. Now about what are their kids browsing online and take efficient actions if found their children is involved in cyber violence. Then why the cyber violence occurs so frequently? Why most people usually seem kind in real life, but offensive remarks can always be seen online? Because people are under the cover of a huge shield and anonymity. For some people, anonymity means that they do not need to be responsible for what they said online because nobody knows who they really are. The abuse of anonymity must be limited. In social media, a real name register is needed. A real name register means for one people, one ID number is associated with one social media account, while the real name or other information are not invisible by other users in order to protect the privacy of users. But the managers have access to it. There are several benefits for doing this. It prevents the e-fraud. There are fraudsters who create numerous accounts used for cheating. But with the one-to-one registering, it will be prohibited, and the assaulters who hide behind the anonymity will be found. Besides putting more restrictions, developing new technology to prevent the cyberbully is a more adoptable measure. Some companies have already started to try AI to fight cyberbully. Google has developed a tool called Conversation AI, which uses machine learning to identify harassment. Instagram also developed an AI as a bully filter. The filter will automatically filter the offensive remarks, and the company will pay attention to the users who have a large number of filtered comments and take actions if the same behavior still don't cease. The bully filter can intellectually connect the context and conclude whether a sentence is offensive or not. The concluding is very important for anti-bully program to function well. These AIs can help us to avoid the happening of cyberbully with nothing cost. It should be recommended and widely used. Then why my proposal is important? Because the internet is too large, useful, and essential for our lives. Nowadays, almost everyone uses the internet, but the bully is so harmful and prevalent. A report last year from the Pew Research Center found that nearly 15% of teens said that they had been bullied or harassed online. This situation must be changed. With my proposal, with the real name register, people will be responsible for what they said online, and the anti-bully AI will prevent the happening of cyberbully. And parents will notice that it is serious and they must protect their children from it. I believe that these measures will make the situation better. At last, I want to say the internet is consistent of everyone. Everyone should be respected, patient, and be kind to others on the internet, just like the real life. If we do so, the internet environment will become better and the CyberBully will disappear. Thank you for listening.